Aloha guys, continuing our March 2026 issue of Viola. Let's get into it. This one is titled The First Coconut Grove Planted on Maui in Over 100 Years by Adam Bell. The echo of pahu drums under the darkened sky signaled to the 200 volunteers who stood waiting that it was time to begin their work, planting Maui's first coconut grove in over 100 years. Cradled between Grand Sand Dunes and the Kapoho fish pond at the Waihe'e Coastal Dunes and Wetlands Refuge, Uluniu o Kapua Wailana was established the evening of January 22nd. The Uluniu would be dedicated to and honor the legacy of Liliuokalani, the last sovereign queen of Hawaii, said Collier, manager of Aina Stewardship for the Hawaiian Land Trust. Following the overthrow of the Hawaiian Kingdom, the relationship between Kanaka and this important traditional resource was disrupted, leading to the loss of thriving coconut groves and the everyday use of niu, or coconuts, in Hawaii. Thus, the Uluniu was planted as a tribute to Liliuokalani's commitment to Aloha Aina, setting an intention for the well-being of the new coconut grove and consequently of the people who will be nourished by a practice and place rooted in Hawaiian culture for generations to come. Participants and practitioners from across the Pai'aina represented cross-sector participation to show what is possible when various partners come together. Niu Now, Community Coconut Program from DNR's Ka'ulani Urban and Community Forestry Program, UH West Oahu, Hawaii Land Trust, Kapoho Lima Ka'eo, Pohaku Pelemaka, with Ho'oponopono practitioners, kupuna, volunteers, and community members. Together they entered into Mukawaha, a sacred spirit ritual of stilling voice to focus intention, planting in silence for the next 3 hours beneath the night sky to steady the beat of the drumming and chant He Puliniu, calling for the growth of coconut culture and community. Exactly 133 coconut trees were planted that evening, one tree for every year since the overthrow of the Hawaiian Kingdom, said Collier. Planting a coconut grove marked an act of resilience and healing. While the trees were being carefully tucked into the ground, a crew from Kapoholi Muka'eo stacked stones to build and complete an ahu, or a shrine, to make a promise, sealing the significance of the moment and reinforcing the commitment to Aloha Aina. 23 coconut varieties were carefully selected from a coconut nursery that Niu Now, the Coconut Community Program, and Hilt started in preparation for this Uluniu nearly a year ago. Seedlings were harvested from across Maui, each chosen for its distinct qualities. Those used in makahiki ceremony, those resilient to high sand soils, varieties prized for their long fibers or favored for productivity or the flavor of their water, meat, or milk. The coconut seedlings were mostly planted using the Polimotu practice, a traditional Uluniu model adapted with contemporary techniques, grouping 3 or more trees of the same variety to promote and maintain genetic diversity. The evening selected for planting purposefully aligned with the favorable farming practices of the Kukolu Mahina phase, which means to stand in threes. Huli planted and during these moon phases are believed to shoot like coconut trees. The idea for Uluniu o Kapua Wailana emerged about 2 years ago when Collier crossed paths with Niu Now members Indrajit, Kekaula, and Jesse. Together, they envisioned a way to reconnect people with coconut as a cultural responsibility and a foundation of food sovereignty. Collier is the primary caretaker of the Waihe'e Refuge and leader of Kapoholi Muka'eo, the fish pond restoration group working with Hilt for the Hawaiian-led space filled with fish, food, and cultural resources concentrated in one location to sustain community well-being. The preparation work is a lot, said Hano Hano, a coconut practitioner and one of the main caretakers of Maui's newly established Uluniu. These plants thrive, and we've seen a lot of success even in the harshest environments, so our intention is to just preserve those varieties of place. Uluniu o Kapua Wailana was planned in concert with the 2-day Aha Ho'oponopono Honua gathering held at UH Maui College and various sites around the island, which emphasized the importance of reconnecting people to Aina as a path to healing. In the face of the looming threat of the invasive coconut rhinoceros beetle and the continued practice of trimming the coconut off trees, replanting new becomes an act of healing and reclamation. When we heal land, we heal ourselves. When we heal ourselves, we heal land. It's a simultaneous thing. And Manu, a Ho'oponopono practitioner and co-founder of Niu Now, said, When the last coconut tree was planted, a light drizzle began, eventually giving way to a steady downpour, blessing the freshly planted coconut seedlings. Meyer shared, Hahai no ka'ua I ka ulu la'au. Plant the forest and the rains will come. Share purpose with others and transform the world. The evening closed with a ho'ike to honor Hano as a Lo'ea Uluniu, Coconut Grove Master Practitioner. That title means I also need to constantly learn, he said. He knows that without the traditional governance systems that once distributed care for Hawaii's lands, roles like his become vital to ensure that people have kuleana to those spaces. As a Lo'ea Uluniu on urbanized Oahu, where most coconut trees are pruned, he admits he has no direct access nearby to gather coconuts. The reality fuels his dedication to establish more Uluniu throughout Hawaii and reconnect people with the once abundant relationship with coconuts. Uluniu Okapua Wailana follows the growing new movement building on successful models such as the Uluniu at Kukaniloko, established 5 years ago, where more than 100 coconut trees of 16 varieties were planted in service of a shared vision that everyone in Hawaii will once again have access to coconuts. Awesome, guys. Aloha.